We have a beautiful sunrise right now, waking up in La Crosse, a good sign of the day to come and the end of the week to come. I'll have a closer look at the pretty pleasant forecast coming up in just a few seconds.
Chippewa Falls could get some answers on a high-profile case. Court takes place today and what you need to know coming up.
A teachers union boycotting Target, and the timing couldn't be worse for the retailer. The world is mourning Dolly Parton, and La Crosse has a connection to the music legend. Details ahead.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, August 26th. It is 6 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. We'll start by getting a check on our forecast today with meteorologist Nicole Skalicksky. Looking like a beautiful sunrise coming up behind you.
Yeah, we got the pink skies showing up now. The sun rising a little bit later every single day. It's a telling sign of the times to come, but we're still holding on to pleasant summer-like conditions outside right now, despite the later sunrises. 64 degrees in La Crosse, fairly mild, but it will be muggy out there, and you'll definitely come across some spots of patchy fog with all that moisture near the surface this early morning. 61 in Eau Claire, also muggy, but not really seeing any visibility concerns, mainly just proportions over in west central Wisconsin, especially in those river valleys. We could be seeing that fog, typical to what we usually see or what we have been seeing for really the last month or so, most mornings. Going throughout the rest of your day, you'll have plenty of sunshine in La Crosse, partly cloudy skies briefly through the afternoon, but still likely rising near 80 degrees for your high temperature today. Eau Claire, a little bit more cloud coverage this afternoon, but still seeing that sun poking out later on. We have a really nice end to the week, but your weekend could be a little bit warmer, a little bit more humid, maybe one last stretch of summertime weather coming up. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Nicole. The world is mourning Dolly Parton. The music icon, actress, and philanthropist has died at 80 after a brief cancer battle. Jared Hill has more on the tributes pouring in.
Jolene, Jolene.
Honoring a bright light in music, from New York's Empire State Building to the iconic Santa Monica Pier Ferris wheel, a nation bathed in pink, celebrating the life and legacy of Dolly Parton. Her nephew announced the 80-year-old's death yesterday after a brief battle with cancer.
My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you.
President Trump ordered American flags to fly at half-staff for a week in her honor, posting, "There has never been anyone like her and never will." Parton's friend and fellow music icon Cher told CBS News she'll miss her laugh most of all.
She just had a spirit, and it was a spirit that was always thinking the best was happening, the best was going to happen.
Earlier this month, Parton received the Poets Award from the Academy of Country Music, accepting in a pre-recorded address.
Songwriting has been a gift from God that has allowed me to touch people with words and music.
Fans around the world were indeed touched by Parton's life, gathering at her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
We lost an angel.
And at her statue in her beloved hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee.
Love you.
She's also being remembered for her philanthropy, Parton's Imagination Library, donating hundreds of millions of books to kids.
She actually started the idea because her father was illiterate and was unable to read.
Outside Parton's home in Brentwood, Tennessee, flowers and messages. One reading, "Thank you so much, Dolly. We will always remember you." Jared Hill, CBS News.
A small private memorial service for immediate family will be held at a later date. Dolly Parton once performed right here in La Crosse on October 28, 1977. She packed the Mary E. Sawyer Auditorium with more than 3,000 fans. You can stick with us for continuing coverage on the death of Dolly Parton. The early show will have more on her life and legacy. A high-profile case 4 years in the making could be resolved today. News 8's Seth Padilla has more for us on that from the newsroom.
Yeah, good morning to you, Alexandra. Carson Petersberger, now 18, is issue.
He was saying Carson Petersberger, who's now 18, is due in court this morning As the Lee's case is expected to end without a trial, the Chippewa County DA confirms the case will be resolved at this morning's hearing, though the exact terms have not been disclosed and court records are sealed. Peters went missing in April 2022 after she didn't return from her aunt's house in Chippewa Falls. Her body was found the next morning in the woods near Line & Kugel's brewery. Petersberger, who was 14 at the time, was arrested 2 days later and faces life in prison if he is convicted. Elon Musk will not face charges in the Wisconsin election bribery case. News 8 Now's JDS McGee reports.
La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Greinke was appointed special prosecutor and says he doesn't believe a jury will convict Musk. During the 2025 Wisconsin Supreme race, Elon Musk initially posted on social media that he would hand out $1 million checks in appreciation for people taking the time to vote. But hours later, Musk replaced it with a post saying the money will go to people selected as spokesmen for a petition. Greinke says that original message raised a legitimate legal question.
The first post is definitely problematic, and if that stood alone and things had carried on, I think it definitely would have been a different situation. My guess is somebody notified him that there was a problem, it was not worded properly, and then the second post was replacing it.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission later found probable cause that Musk violated state election bribery law, sending the case for review. But Greinke says no one was actually paid for voting, and for him, the question became whether the post and the law were enough to prove a crime.
There's not a lot of facts to this. It's a post, and no one really disputes that, so there wasn't really a lot of studying that had to be done or investigation. It was really just analyzing this post, the applicable law, and then considering what do we do in situations like this, and trying to think ahead, what would a jury do with this?
The DA says his decision only applies to the case referred to him, and he doesn't know if any other agencies are looking into charges against Elon Musk. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Eau Claire City Council taking a stand after reports that police from neighboring counties have been dropping off homeless individuals in the city and driving away. Council members passed a resolution asking the state attorney general to step in and set clear statewide rules on the practice.
It's unconscionable for these police officers in other areas to be taking individuals needing help and then without coordinating with anyone else in the target community, Eau Claire, and then not reaching out to the police department, then not reaching out to our social services, and just depositing them on the streets and leaving.
The city and county first contacted the Attorney General on the issue back in 2025. Council members hope this resolution will finally prompt state action and stop the practice. And parents, staff, and elected officials gathered in Onalaska to talk about the rising cost of back to school. Rising prices and federal cuts are creating uncertainty, forcing families to spend more on supplies, clothing, and other school necessities.
A lot of times it is just bottled ideas or tweets in the wind, and I really believe that we all have a responsibility to take care of children.
Reports show back to school shopping costs increased 8% since last year. And back to school means back to the child care scramble. For many La Crosse area families, even finding an open spot is just the first hurdle. Brooklyn Hine reports.
For many parents, the search for childcare is a two-part problem: finding an opening, then figuring out how to pay for it.
We hear from families that the cost of childcare, when they can find it, can be prohibitive.
Experts say childcare is considered affordable when it takes up no more than 7% of a family's budget. But in the La Crosse area, the Parenting Place says about 3 out of every 4 working families pay more than 10% of their income for care. And for some, the cost is even higher.
10% of families in the La Crosse area are paying over 30% of their income toward childcare. So you can see that that is, quite the affordability challenge.
That financial pressure can leave families with difficult decisions.
Families that might be considering if they should stay home from work, have a parent stay home, but that also obviously eats out other income that parent is earning.
And the impact goes beyond just parents.
We hear from a lot of grandparents that they're getting requests from their children to retire early to fulfill that childcare need.
For some income-eligible families, programs like Wisconsin Shares can help cover the cost of childcare. But local advocates say many working families earn too much to qualify while still not earning enough to comfortably afford care.
There's a huge gap between if you fall over the poverty line and are considered what is considered the working poor, an asset limited, income constrained, and employed, otherwise known as ALICE.
Advocates say local organizations, including the Family and Children's Center, the YMCA, and the Boys and Girls Club, are all resources for affordable programs. And programs like the Parenting Place help connect families with available care and other support.
It can become really discouraging for families. I would remind them to get on as many wait lists as they can, continue to reach out to us, and to make sure that the safety and well-being of their child remains at the forefront of that decision.
If you're still searching for childcare for the school year, we'll have a link to the Parenting Place on our website at news8000.com. In the studio, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now This Morning.
3 Secret Service officials are on leave amid a misconduct investigation. All 3 work in the agency's communication branch and have lost access to their work devices and security clearances. The Secret Service confirmed the leave but hasn't disclosed the nature of the alleged misconduct. And Minnesota is pushing back on the Trump administration's effort to restrict mail-in voting. The state is one of at least 29 refusing to hand over voter lists to the Justice Department and just 1 in court on the issue.
Because we didn't give it to them, they sued us. We just won in court last week in Minnesota. A judge sided with us, saying that the Department of Justice is not entitled to this information.
The stakes are high in Minnesota. A record 116,000 voters returned mail ballots in the August primary. In the 2024 general election, 446,000 Minnesotans voted by mail. The time now is 6:11. Still ahead on your morning news. Target facing a boycott and a Halloween costume controversy all in the same week. We'll explain. Plus, the original The Fast and the Furious is celebrating a big anniversary. And the post office wants to raise prices once again this holiday season. What it could cost you to ship gifts in 3 minutes.
At Cedar Lake Speedway, champions don't quit after a crash. They get back up and fight. If you've been injured, Bike Off and Roadie brings that same relentless fight to your case. We get your life back on track.
Congressman Tom Tiffany and David Crowley have very different plans. Tiffany voted for tax cuts for billionaires, cuts to Social Security services, and backed Trump policies that raised gas and grocery prices. Crowley's plan? Focus on the basics and lower costs. Cut utility bills, expand Badger Care, lower prescription drug prices, and cut property taxes for seniors and working families. What's better for you? MAGA extremism or David Crowley's plan to lower costs?
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each Butterburger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
At TJR Improvements, we pride ourselves in our all-inclusive approach. From start to finish, we handle it all.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bathroom, we can bring it to life.
We focus on low-pressure sales, fast and free estimates, followed up by custom design and quality work.
From stunning kitchens and custom cabinetry to bathrooms that feel like your own private retreat.
We guarantee you reliability, clear communication, and a great project experience. Contact TJR Improvements to start that project discussion and for your free consultation.
Whatever you were thinking, think even bigger. It's the King Furniture pre-Labor Day sale. Bigger selection, bigger discounts, bigger savings than ever before. Furnish an entire room and save up to 50% off. Now that's what we call big. Plus, trade in your old furniture and get even more off your new purchase. And don't worry about the heavy lifting. Delivery and haul away are free. Deals this big won't last forever. Get to King Furniture. The pre-Labor Day sale is on now.
Cedar Lake Speedway has thrilled families for over 60 years. Bike Off and Roadie has fought for the injured for over 50. 2 legacies, 1 shared community. When life gets knocked off course, we get your life back on track.
In your morning consumer news, a major teachers union is calling on families to skip Target this back-to-school season. The boycott stems from Target's response to ICE activity in Minnesota earlier this year and comes as the retailer faces separate backlash over an offensive Halloween costume.
It looked far more like a war zone than like Minnesota. Here you had Target, which made its reputation of being a member of the community. And instead of supporting the community, they were out there being silent.
Target says it signed an open letter urging de-escalation during the ICE surge and has since apologized for the Halloween costume, pulling it from shelves. And Canada is firing back at President Trump's latest tariffs, matching the U.S. dollar for dollar. Canadian officials announced new levies of 15% to 50% on more than 700 American goods. The retaliation comes after Trump imposed a 50% tariff on Canadian paper, lumber, alcohol, and dairy. Shipping costs are heading up for the holidays. The U.S. Postal Service is asking to temporarily raise prices on several package services from early October through mid-January, including Priority Mail and Ground Advantage, to cover extra holiday handling costs. Dating in the spreadsheet era. Some singles are tracking their love lives with data. Jared Hill has more.
Maybe you think this is crazy, but I think it's productive. I made a spreadsheet of everything I would like my future partner to have.
Over it, singles are getting strategic.
I collected a series of data points on every single date that I went on,
turning to data to navigate the dating pool.
If you're my kind of weird, welcome to my dating system.
21-year-old Vera Vlasova started her system a few years ago.
I was just thinking about all of my other goals in life, like when it comes to fitness or work. And I'm like, okay, so I've set a goal and then I took action to get there. Why can't it be the same for my romantic life?
It was initially a little heavy on the superficial.
Down to the name. I don't know.
You wanted a specific name?
Yeah, I don't know.
But the California content creator says she regrouped and looked inward.
Just putting a mirror up to yourself and writing out the kind of qualities that you're looking for in them. What kind of qualities do you have in yourself that would match up? And what actions do you take on a daily basis that prove like, hey, I also have this quality?
People were seeking self-growth, self-reflection.
Samson Azime says that's why he started Spread, what he calls a dating companion app. Users upload their goals and values and log how that matches with people they've met. Helpful, he says, in the impersonal world of online dating.
You're like the recruiter, you're the private investigator, you're the risk assessor. Spread is meant to help you offload that onto a place where you can visually see and make sense of what you're experiencing in the dating life.
Vlasova says her system helped her find her boyfriend of 3 years, and no, he's not 6'8".
This was definitely a little bit much. He's 6'1".
Jared Hill, CBS News.
And I have interests. I even
7. All right, we will head over now to Nicole for an update on our weather.
Yeah, it's a pretty mild start to the day already. Temperatures for the most part in the 60s, so much better than we have been as of recent days. A little bit warm and even a little muggy out there, honestly. Only Black River Falls down below 60 degrees this morning. 58, 64 currently outside in La Crosse, 61 in Eau Claire. Comfortable conditions this early morning. As we head into the afternoon, expect your high temperatures to be rising into the low 80s. We'll get up to 81 in La Crosse, 80 degrees in Eau Claire. A degree or two below average, better average high now is in the low 80s, starting to trickle down a little bit more now. So this is pretty close to typical seasonable highs for most of the day. A few spots maybe holding on into the upper 70s, but still quite comfortable overall. We're still going to see a little bit of a wind today, quite similar strength that we saw yesterday. A noticeable breeze, nothing that's causing too much of an impact, but you'll notice it. The main difference is that it has switched. Yesterday we were seeing the winds out of the southwest, and now we're seeing it out of the northwest. Cooler in theory, but in the summertime it's harder to get much cold air into the area, of course, because it is summer. There's not a lot of cold air to go around. We'll cool down slightly as we go into a couple mornings ahead of us. Otherwise, we actually have summertime warm up in the forecast. in a couple days. As we get through the end of the week, we'll see temperatures still staying pretty close to that average high, around 82 degrees, give or take a few degrees, maybe a little bit cooler going into your Saturday with cloud coverage and extended rainfall across the area. Otherwise, a warm front nudges into the area going into your Sunday, and then we'll see high temperatures all the way up into the upper 80s for some of us. That continues into Monday as well. It's a slow fall from grace going into the second half of next week, but we do eventually get back down into the low 80s. It's just going to be a little bit of a brief warm stretch. Really, the temperatures aren't going to be, of course, overly hot or unusually hot. Only about 5 degrees above average, but that mugginess will be coming back around as well. So it'll feel more like the end of July, early August, rather than the very end of August. But for the days ahead, really quite comfortable. Your muggy meter all the way at the bottom of the chart as we go even into Saturday. We do see that dew point starting to uptick a little bit by Saturday evening, and then looking ahead towards your Sunday. That's when it starts to get a little bit muggier out into Sunday and Monday with that temperature increase as well. So nothing that's going to be feeling too much like the middle of summer, but feeling more summer-esque after we've had a couple first tastes of fall. If you need to get that lawn mowed or have any outdoor plans coming up, really the end of the week is looking quite nice for anything you might need to get done. Saturday, though, it's a changing forecast, but that's when we see rainfall and thunderstorms start to enter back into the forecast. So something to be aware of. Your Saturday and Sunday, a little bit warmer again going into your second half of the weekend, and more muggy with those thunderstorm chances. But it's a much needed rain because we're not seeing much really throughout the most of this month and through the end of this week. It's been a dry one. So have a closer look at what your drought forecast is looking like coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Nicole. As you start to wake up this morning, we'll leave you with a wake-up call view of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sun coming up there. Stay with us. We'll have more news coming up after your morning sports blitz.
Let the games begin. High school volleyball getting underway across the state last night, plus the Viterbo men's soccer team looking for win number 1 on the season themselves. That and more coming your way next in the Blitz.
Chippewa Falls could get some answers on a high-profile case. Court takes place today. Coming up, what you need to know.
It's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to 15% off the home price. Right now, save big on this living room set for just $888. Plus, get 3-year special financing during the Labor Day sale going on now at Home Furniture.
While families struggle to make ends meet, corrupt congressmen treat the House floor like a trading floor. Politicians use secret government briefings to trade stocks and get rich at our expense. Thankfully, Congressman Derek Van Orden voted to stop it. Van Orden voted for the Stop Insider Trading Act to ban politicians from buying stocks and end their greedy insiders club. Let's shut down the Congressional Stock Exchange for good. Thank Congressman Derek Van Orden for investing in us.
This summer, find your island state of mind at Treasure Island. Come stay and play your way and get on a hot streak. Or just chill. Spend a day on the water or a night under the stars. No matter how you roll, we got you. So come play a round or 2 and soak it up, because summer's too short to not go all in. Treasure Island Resort and Casino.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Jeremiah Fredrickson wants to represent us in the assembly, but beware of the radical and creepy things he supports. Adult men who believe their women have a right to use bathrooms and changing rooms with little girls. Fredrickson agrees. Our communities and society are racist and sexist. Straight white men are to blame. Fredrickson agrees. Creepy Madison politicians tried to stop harsher penalties on child predators. Fredrickson held a fundraiser with them, embracing their support. Radical and wrong. Keep Jeremiah Fredrickson out of the assembly.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Now's the time to get to Home Seasonal Concepts for the patio closeout. Get up to 70% off select collections, but when they're gone, they're gone. Plus, save on select in-stock patio umbrellas, fire tables, seat cushions, and protective covers during the patio closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now. News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome into the Blitz. Well, another high school volleyball season is upon us. Yesterday marked the first night of games across Wisconsin, and the reigning MVC champions Holmen are poised for another strong year, hosting Sparta to begin the 2026 campaign. Some key pieces gone for the Vikings, while Sparta looks for a big-time early season W. Holmen getting things going in the opening set as Harper Tangblad climbs the ladder for the kill. Vikings managing to stay ahead in the first set with another kill, this time down the right side by Chloe Jones. Sparta would keep things interesting in the first set. Layla Nichols going to get the block. Spartans would drop set number 1, but even up the match at 1 apiece, as this time it's Nichols with the put down, but the home side will get things back in order as Tangblad serves up another spike. And then coming up here, Amora Lindsay going to get in on the fun. Holmen goes on to win their season opener by a final of 3-1. Viterbo men's soccer with their home opener as the V-Hawks host Clark. 5 minutes in, after a no call in the middle of the field, Fernando Salamine going to pass it over to the Italian stallion Marco Mazza, who buries it in the top of the net. V-Hawks up 1-0. Then later, Mazza at the 18-yard mark going to cross it into Sebastian Ortiz, who strikes with the left foot for the second goal of the match. Viterbo was rolling. 35th minute, V-Hawk pressure gets to the visitors. The Pride score an own goal. However, Clark would answer with 5 straight as the V-Hawks fall 5-3. And the Packers introducing these jerseys yesterday that they'll be sporting against the Bears in the two teams' 214th all-time meeting on October 11th. The uniform features a desaturated vintage green jersey with an alabaster accent and gold stripes, along with a matte helmet. Special details include a classic interlocking GB logo, a Go Pack Go on the back of the helmet, as well as, quote, making history since 1919 inside the collar. It's part of the league-wide NFL and Nike Rivalries initiative that began last season. My official score out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. I like it. They'll look better, though, if they produce a win against the Bears. That's all for the Blitz. We'll see you back here tonight.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Sound Gear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
I look around at my neighborhood. The original farm families are all gone.
Well, that's part of, why I'm running for Congress. I'm more of a moderate. I feel like people in D.C. really left working class folks behind.
Yeah, got to have people in the middle. I'm voting on trust. Not that I'm a genius or nothing. I just know that your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, I think we need people to work across the aisle to actually get things done.
And I think you'll be persistent.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Shop our selection of Procter & Gamble products. We carry top brands like Bounty, Tide, and Dawn. Right now, get $10 instant savings on a qualifying purchase of $40 or more on products from Procter & Gamble. Add comfort to your living space with new carpet. Irreplaceable carpet is soft and luxurious, making it perfect for any room. Now a value of $189 a square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Always discreet for bladder leaks.
Bladder leak? Yeah, I jumped up and totally peed a little.
I've been there, so I trust Always Discreet. Now I never miss a moment of any of my son's games.
The Rapid Dry Core turns liquid to gel for up to 0 leaks and odor. And it's 40% thinner than Poise.
Hey, I use Always Discreet too. We're on the same team there.
Protect the moment. Always Discreet.
Get ready, Wisconsin! Legends Alive USA is bringing the ultimate tribute concert to the Omni Center. Experience the music of legends like Toby Keith, Elvis Presley, Rod Stewart, and more live on stage. From country hits to rock and roll classics, it's one unforgettable night of music and entertainment. Join us August 29th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6, food and drinks available. Tickets start at just $45. Get yours now at the Omni Center or online. Don't miss Legends Alive USA. One night, all the legends. Be there.
Wisconsin, where we roll up our sleeves before sunup and get the job done. That's the Wisconsin Derek Van Orton fights for. With prices too high, He's focused on making your life more affordable. He stopped elitist D.C. politicians from raising our taxes and voted to protect family farms from the death tax, so farms stay in the family. Thank Derek Van Orden. Tell him to keep fighting for Wisconsin families.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
We have a beautiful start to your morning so far across the area as that sun rises up. We have a really nice end to the week as well. I'll have a closer look at the forecast coming up in just a few seconds.
Chippewa Falls could get some answers on a high-profile case. Court takes place today. What you need to know, up next.
Eau Claire City Council demanding answers after reports of police dropping homeless individuals off in the city. Those details ahead.
Jolene, Jolene.
The world is mourning Dolly Parton, and La Crosse has a connection to the music legend later in the newscast.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, August 26th. It is 6:30. Thanks for starting your morning with us. We will now get a check on our forecast with meteorologist Nicole Skalicksky. And it'll be another nice day out there today, right?
Yeah, really pleasant, really today and for the rest of the week. Not a whole lot happening in the weather until we get towards the weekend. Then we could see some changes. But until then, expect really pleasant weather. The sun rising now, continuing in La Crosse, 64 degrees outside, mostly sunny, but we could see a little bit more cloud coverage moving in later on today. And Eau Claire also seeing a gorgeous sunrise, 61, mostly clear skies with more cloud coverage coming in later this afternoon. We do still have some spotty portions of fog within the area. It was a little bit of a muggy one this morning due to some overnight thunderstorms that passed through now where we're seeing that fog. Not lasting for too much longer, just waiting for that sun to rise up, and then we'll have a sunny start to the day. Partly cloudy skies possible through your afternoon. Otherwise, still expect your high temperatures to be nearing the low 80s today. More sunshine to start the day in Eau Claire with more cloud coverage in the afternoon. Otherwise, expect really pleasant, a low chance of a pop-up shower or two. Nothing that would be making too much of an impact until we head into the end of the week. It's been a dry stretch of August, although we could see much needed rainfall coming this weekend. I'll have a closer look at your rain forecast coming up later on.
And the world is mourning Dolly Parton, the music icon, actress, and philanthropist, died at age 80 after a brief cancer battle. Jared Hill has more on the tributes pouring in.
Jolene, Jolene.
Honoring a bright light in music, from New York's Empire State Building to the iconic Santa Monica Pier Ferris wheel, a nation bathed in pink, celebrating the life and legacy of Dolly Parton. Her nephew announced the 80-year-old's death yesterday after a brief battle with cancer.
My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you.
President Trump ordered American flags to fly at half-staff for a week in her honor, posting, "There has never been anyone like her and never will." Parton's friend and fellow music icon Cher told CBS News she'll miss her laugh most of all.
She just had a spirit, and it was a spirit that was always thinking the best was happening, the best was going to happen.
Earlier this month, Parton received the Poets Award from the Academy of Country Music, accepting in a pre-recorded address.
Songwriting has been a gift from God that has allowed me to touch people with words and music.
Fans around the world were indeed touched by Parton's life, gathering at her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
We lost an angel.
And at her statue in her beloved hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee.
Love you.
She's also being remembered for her philanthropy, Parton's Imagination Library, donating hundreds of millions of books to kids.
She actually started the idea because her father was illiterate and was unable to read.
Outside Parton's home in Brentwood, Tennessee, flowers and messages. One reading, "Thank you so much, Dolly. We will always remember you." Jared Hill, CBS News.
A small private memorial service for her immediate family will be held at a later date. Dolly Parton once performed right here in La Crosse on October 28, 1977. She packed the Mary E. Sawyer Auditorium with more than 3,000 fans. You can stay with us for continuing coverage on the death of Dolly Parton. The early show will have more on her life and legacy starting at 7 a.m. A high-profile case 4 years in the making could be resolved today. News 8 Now Seth Padilla has the latest from the newsroom. Seth.
Yeah, good morning to you, Alexandra. Carson Petersberger, now 18, is in court this morning as the Lily Peters case is expected to end today without a trial. The Chippewa County DA confirms the case will be resolved at this morning's hearing, though the exact terms have not been disclosed and court records are sealed. Lily Peters went missing in April of 2022 after she didn't return home from her aunt's house in Chippewa Falls. Her body was found the next morning in the woods near Line & Google's brewery. Petersberger, who was 14 at the time, was arrested 2 days later and faces life in prison if convicted. And we will be at that court session today and will bring you what we learn. Reporting live in the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. Eau Claire City Council, meanwhile, taking a stand after reports that police from neighboring counties have been dropping off homeless individuals in the city, then driving away. Council members passed a resolution asking the state attorney general to step in and set clear statewide rules on the practice.
It's unconscionable for these police officers in other areas to be taking individuals needing help and then without coordinating with anyone else in the target community, Eau Claire. And then I reach out to the police department, then I reach out to our social services and just deposit them on the streets and leaving.
The city and county first contacted the attorney general last year. Council members hope the resolution will finally prompt state action and stop the practice. Parents, staff, and elected officials gathered in Onalaska yesterday to talk about the rising cost of back to school. Rising prices and federal cuts are creating uncertainty, they say, forcing families to spend more on supplies, clothing, and other school necessities.
A lot of times it is just bottled ideas or tweets in the wind, and I really believe that we all have a responsibility to take care of children.
Reports show back-to-school shopping costs increased 8% since last year. And for many parents, the search for childcare is a two-part problem. First, finding an opening, then figuring out how to pay for it. Experts say childcare is considered affordable when it takes up no more than 7% of a family's budget. But in the La Crosse area, the Parenting Place says about 3 out of every 4 working families pay more than 10%.
It can become really discouraging for families. I would remind them to get on as many wait lists as they can, continue to reach out to us, and to make sure that the safety and well-being of their child remains at the forefront of that decision.
Local advocates say those high costs can force families into difficult decisions, including cutting back at work or leaving a job to care for their children. Elon Musk will not face charges in the Wisconsin election bribery case. News 8's JDS McGee with the details.
La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Greinke was appointed special prosecutor and says he doesn't believe a jury will convict Musk. During the 2025 Wisconsin Supreme race, Elon Musk initially posted on social media that he would hand out $1 million checks in appreciation for people taking the time to vote. But hours later, Musk replaced it with a post saying the money would go to people selected as spokesmen for a petition. Greinke says that original message raised a legitimate legal question.
The first post is definitely problematic, and if that stood alone and things had carried on, I think it definitely would have been a different situation. My guess is somebody notified him that there was a problem, it was not worded properly, and then the second post was replacing it.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission later found probable cause that Musk violated state election bribery law, sending the case for review. But Greinke says no one was actually paid for voting, and for him, the question became whether the posts in the law were enough to prove a crime.
There's not a lot of facts to this. It's a post, and no one really disputes that, so there wasn't really a lot of studying that had to be done or investigation. It was really just analyzing this post, the applicable law, and then considering what do we do in situations like this, and trying to think ahead, what would a jury do with this?
The DA says his decision only applies to the case referred to him, and he doesn't know if any other agencies are looking into charges against Elon Musk. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
And Minnesota is pushing back on the Trump administration's effort to restrict mail-in voting. The state is one of at least 29 refusing to hand over voter lists to the Justice Department, and just one in court on that issue.
Because we didn't give it to them, they sued us. We just won in court last week in Minnesota. A judge sided with us, saying that the Department of Justice is not entitled to this information.
The stakes are high in Minnesota. A record 116,000 voters returned mail ballots in the August primary. In the 2024 general election, 446,000 Minnesotans voted by mail. New body camera video shows the moment an outdated flock camera alert sent police to the wrong car, guns drawn on I-94. Dua Israr has more.
Keys on the roof of the car.
On August 6th, several Brookfield officers stopped a car on the side of I-94, weapons drawn.
You gotta start blocking this off.
A flock safety alert warned officers the car was connected to a Milwaukee homicide investigation involving an armed suspect.
Like I said, you're under arrest. Don't bring any weapons back to us.
There was just one issue.
Okay, go ahead, put handcuffs on it.
Milwaukee police had cleared the vehicle from their investigation and not from the flock system.
They never took it out of the system. Oh, they did? So why did they release the car? I don't know. It's Milwaukee, man.
The people pulled over were not the suspects Milwaukee police were searching for.
We just got my truck out of evidence. I have the papers and the things. We just literally got out of evidence.
Okay, so it's still entered in the system and it's being used in a homicide.
Oh.
Okay, so.
I knew this.
Well, okay, we'll get through
Literally,
this.
I just came.
Milwaukee police acknowledged the mistake, writing MPD staff inadvertently did not remove a vehicle alert from the system. In the body cam video, officers can be heard calling the situation unbelievable as they work to sort out the traffic stop.
They released the car to them without taking it out of the system.
Of course
You literally said we just got back from Milwaukee taking it out.
Why does that not surprise?
Unbelievable.
It's constant.
This is the worst one.
This is a constant issue.
Brookfield police say their officers acted on the information available to them. Coming up in our Buzz Report, Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey could be reuniting on screen. A sequel to a beloved rom-com may be in the works.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Shop the lowest prices of the season with savings of up to $1,000 store-wide. And you can buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months with no money down. Only at Ashley's Labor Day sale. Don't miss it.
I look around at my neighborhood. The original farm families are all gone.
Well, that's part of, why I'm running for Congress. I'm more of a moderate. I feel like people in D.C. really left working class folks behind.
Yeah, got to have people in the middle. I'm voting on trust. Not that I'm a genius or nothing. I just know that your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, I think we need people to work across the aisle to actually get things done.
And I think you'll be persistent.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative belongs to you. We're owned by the members we serve. Together, we're part of something greater. A dedication to empowering our community and the people who call this place home. Because this power belongs to you. That's the cooperative advantage. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Shopping for your next car or truck? Get more with Maury's. More trust, more value with Maury's More Care program, which includes complimentary first year of maintenance on new vehicles and complimentary powertrain warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Get more with Maury's.
Visit Holton Jewelry Co. in Winona to sell your valuables at our 3-day only buying event from September 1st to September 3rd. Bring in your gold, silver, fine jewelry, diamonds, coins and currency, and more to receive a no-obligation offer and immediate payment. No appointment necessary. For more information and a full list of what we buy, visit nationalrarities.com.
Every shift begins with one promise. Everyone goes home safely. At Master Metals, that commitment has led to an incredible 357,962 hours without a time-lost accident. Because every employee is family, and every safe day matters. From small industrial jobs to large multi-million-dollar commercial projects. Master Metals, building a culture where safety comes first, today and every day.
keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress sale is going on now. Find incredible value and save $1,000 on select Sealy mattresses. Plus, get a free upgrade on select adjustable bases with select mattress purchase. And get 0% interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Only at Ashley.
Well, you might have heard some rumbles of thunder later this previous night before you woke up this morning. We did have a few thunderstorms pass through the area, starting closer to Eau Claire right around 10 o'clock, then basically following the I-94 corridor before expanding a little bit more south of I-90. Quick moving thunderstorms, fairly small, so some of us did get a quick dosage of rainfall, but it's been a very dry month of August, and even just one thunderstorm isn't really going to be tipping the bucket too much. Your August rainfall so far in La Crosse, here's this yellow line, which indicates how far below average we are at that point in the month, and we are almost at the driest that we've been relatively so far in August. Today, we did pick up a third of an inch of rainfall with that overnight chance, but really nothing that's, of course, making too much of an impact. Still dry by August standards. While we've had plenty of days where we've actually seen rainfall, you can see the amounts are fairly light. Most of them, the vast majority of them, below even 1/10 of an inch. We did pick up a quarter just around halfway through the month, and then just over half an inch about a week ago. But other than that, not a whole lot of healthy rainfall has been happening. Even looking all the way back into really the second half of July either, it's been quite dry. So far this month, we've only picked up just over 1.5 inches of rainfall. At this point in August, we should be seeing over 3 inches of rain, so that puts us over 1.5 inches below average. Very dry out there. Even more dry, though, relatively in Eau Claire. Here's Eau Claire, again, way down to the bottom of the chart into the very dry territory. Less rainfall picked up, and again, most of those days are also under 1/10 of an inch, so only just a little bit of a measurable rainfall. Did have just half an inch about a week ago. Still, though, on the board, not even at 1 inch of rainfall, even including last night's rain. Your normal so far, just about 3.5 inches, so that puts us 2.5 inches below average in August rainfall, and it was still quite dry through the end of July. So overall, very dry conditions. Anywhere north of I-90 are in drought conditions. Closer to the interstate corridor, more of just an abnormally dry drought. Otherwise, seeing more moderate drought conditions for really the northern half of Wisconsin, with more severe conditions in far northern Wisconsin. Even seeing a pocket of extreme drought for portions in far north central Wisconsin. So dry for a lot of us. Not a lot of rain in the forecast either. That could be bringing us some relief. A pop-up shower possible today, but definitely nothing that would be making much of an impact on the dryness. Through the weekend, we could see more healthy rainfall for some of us. Thunderstorm chances return for your Saturday and your Sunday, and even looking towards the middle of next week, but everything looks scattered for now. Not seeing a healthy dosage of widespread rainfall in the near future.
In your Morning Buzz report, Amy Winehouse's iconic album Back to Black is turning 20 and getting a special re-release. The new version drops in late October with live recordings, notes from collaborators, and 4 unreleased demos.
Maybe it's not a total coincidence that you and Matthew are always scrapping like brothers.
Mom, mate, are you saying
You and Matthew might be brothers?
yes?
Your first look at Brothers, starring Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson as fictionalized versions of themselves, whose already turbulent lives are turned upside down by the possibility they're related. The comedy series premieres September 23rd on Apple TV.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
More McConaughey, maybe. Variety reports Paramount is developing a sequel to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson on board as a producer. The idea is to have Hudson and McConaughey reprise their roles from the 2003 original.
I used to drag here back in high school. That railroad crossing up there is exactly a quarter mile away from here. On Green, I'm going for it.
Forget the quarter mile. It's been a quarter century since the original The Fast and the Furious raced onto movie screens. The first film in the Fast franchise, celebrating the milestone with a 25th anniversary 4K Blu-ray release. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
Jasmine is 8 years old. She loves swimming, nature walks, and music. She is a kind soul who is excited to become, get this, an astronaut one day. Shoot for the stars.
Yes, love it. And Sandy is 88 years young. She likes Chinese food, enjoyed on her grandma Saturdays, and has a large and lovely family.
Great choice of cuisine. Retired Air Force veteran and bus driver Vernon is also 88. He has his own odd job service and is a member of many organizations and has an adorable cat.
We love the cat. So cute. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website under the Features tab on news8000.com.
Stay with us. We've got everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
I'm Gail Kane. Coming right up on CBS Morning, Chef David Burke joins us with some of the dishes he's created to serve at this year's U.S. Open tennis tournament. You know it'll be good, and how you can make a version of them at home. Plus, writer and director Megan Park will be here. Talk about a new series she's created. It's called Sterling Point, and people like it. That's coming right up on CBS Mornings.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
And pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Say hello to David Crowley and say goodbye to your hard-earned money. Crowley nearly doubled sales taxes. He raised property taxes 5 times. When working families like yours needed a tax cut, Crowley voted no twice. Now he wants to take his tax hiking record statewide. The money you earn, the home you own, the things you need. Crowley wants to tax it all. Higher taxes, higher costs. Wisconsin can't afford David Crowley.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out. Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Actions speak louder than words. MAGA Congressman Tom Tiffany sold us out on data centers. In Congress, Tiffany voted to give data center operators a $68 billion tax cut. And while big tech got billions, families got higher electric and water bills. Tiffany even voted to make it illegal for Wisconsin to regulate AI for 10 years. Tom Tiffany will say anything, but his record is clear. Tax breaks for them, higher bills for you.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Friday night, those lights, that feeling, in the air and on the field. An excitement like no other. You know what I'm talking about. It's a frenzy. We live for it. We love it. We can't get enough of it. The catches, the runs, the stops. You expect more on your Friday nights, and we deliver.
It's the Friday Night Frenzy, every Friday at 10 on News 8.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
A high-profile case 4 years in the making could be resolved today.
Carson Petersberger, now 18, is in court this morning as the Lily Peters case is expected to end today without a trial. The Chippewa County DA confirms the case will be resolved at this morning's hearing, though the exact terms have not been disclosed and court records are sealed. Lily Peters went missing in April of 2022 after she did not return home from her aunt's house in Chippewa Falls. Her body was found the next morning in the woods near Leinenkugel's brewery. Petersberger, who was 14 at the time, was arrested 2 days later and faces life in prison if convicted. We will be at that court session today and we'll bring you what we learned. Reporting live in the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Eau Claire City Council taking a stand after reports that police from neighboring counties are dropping off homeless people in the city, then driving away. Council members passed a resolution asking the state attorney general to step in and set clear statewide rules on the practice.
It's unconscionable for these police officers in other areas to be taking individuals needing help and then without coordinating with anyone else in the target community, Eau Claire, and then not reaching out to the police department, then not reaching out to our social services, and just depositing them on the streets and leaving.
A lot of unanswered questions there. The city and county first contacted the AG last year. Council members hope the resolution will finally prompt some state action to stop the practice. Parents, staff, and elected officials gathered in Onalaska yesterday to talk about the rising cost of back to school. Rising prices and federal cuts creating uncertainty, forcing families to spend more. Today is National Dog Day, the day to celebrate all dogs and encourage dog ownership while seeking a new companion. Be sure to consider the mutts, mixes, purebreds, and everything in between. Give your dog an extra treat today to show your love if you already have one.
Oh yeah, happy dog day. I grew up with plenty of, I always had a golden retriever at home growing up, so that was always fun. I have wanted to wait until I get out of an apartment before I get a golden retriever, because as the owners know, they need more than a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, for sure. They need some space to roam. Well, yeah, happy dog day to all the dog lovers.
Yeah, give them some extra love today, some extra treats, a new toy, they deserve it. A good day to take the dog for a walk, maybe. High temperatures going to be rising into the low 80s, so pretty seasonable out there. A low chance of a pop-up shower, otherwise just expect partly cloudy skies this afternoon with more sunshine returning later on into the evening. And then a mostly dry and quiet end to the week. Your Thursday and Friday looking plenty sunny and mild. A little bit cooler waking up Friday morning with a taste of summer returning by the second half of the weekend. Our overnight lows edging near 70 degrees with our afternoon highs back into the mid-80s. A little bit more humid with those thunderstorm chances as well. So as we head into the last few days of August, that would be the last 2 days of August on Sunday and Monday. Just ending summer off with one last little taste of that summertime warmth, because we've been seeing all those tastes of fall, so we have to go back and forth.
We need it. August has flown by so fast. We need a little more summer. All right. Thank you for waking up with us. We will see you back here at noon.